Why spend over $30,000 on a name when you can get more power, comfort, and reliability for half the price? These Japanese cruisers outclass their American rivals without the drama. Stick around, because the last bike on this list might just change your mind. Number 7. Honda Shadow Phantom. For riders who want that classic cruiser silhouette without the size, weight, or financial commitment of a traditional heavyweight, the Shadow Phantom delivers a practical and approachable alternative. It keeps the focus on rideability, ease of ownership, and familiar comfort, making it one of the most accessible options for anyone entering or returning to the cruiser world. The Shadow Phantom is powered by a liquid-cooled V-twin engine that produces 45 horsepower, displaces 745 cubic centimeters, and delivers 47 pound-feet of torque. Braking is handled by a single front disc and a rear drum setup. Suspension duties are managed by front telescopic forks and dual rear shocks tuned for relaxed street riding. The bike weighs 549 pounds wet, has a seat height of 25.8 inches, and carries a starting price of just under $8,000. Visually, the Shadow Phantom leans into minimalism. With blacked-out components, low-slung fenders, and very little chrome, it presents a subdued but undeniably tough presence. This aesthetic helps it appeal to riders who appreciate the timeless lines of older cruisers but do not want to maintain a high-polished machine. The design avoids excessive bulk, allowing it to retain agility and approachability, two things many larger cruisers struggle to deliver. On the road, the Shadow Phantom focuses on predictability and smooth engagement rather than raw output. Its throttle response is linear, with enough low-end torque to stay confident in city traffic and maintain consistent speed on open stretches. It is not built for high-speed dominance. It is built to relax into the ride. Combined with the low seat and well-balanced geometry, the bike offers excellent slow-speed control and stability. These characteristics make it particularly friendly to newer riders or those seeking a lower center of gravity. Comfort remains one of its strongest traits. Wide, slightly pulled-back handlebars reduce upper body fatigue. Forward-mounted foot controls keep the rider in a laid-back stance, while the mid-sized frame allows most riders to get both feet flat on the ground at stops. That kind of accessibility is rare among cruisers that still offer legitimate highway performance. The simplicity of the braking and suspension system also speaks to its role as a no-fuss daily rider. There are no high-end electronics, ride modes, or advanced performance options to navigate. Instead, the bike rewards the rider with low maintenance costs, intuitive handling, and an engine that has earned a reputation for long-term reliability. The rear drum brake, while considered outdated by some, contributes to ease of service and a traditional aesthetic that still resonates with many cruiser purists. While it may not match the torque of larger machines or the top-end flash of premium models, the Shadow Phantom makes a compelling case for restrained utility and value. For the rider who simply wants to enjoy the open road without extra weight, added complexity, or an inflated price tag, this bike holds a well-earned place in the segment. The next entry in this countdown shifts the focus toward custom styling and modern edge, a machine that combines muscular stance with everyday rideability. If you're getting value from this list of bikes that beat Harley at half the price, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Would you switch from Harley to one of these amazing bikes? Number 6. Yamaha Bolt R-Spec. Minimalist muscle meets modern reliability in the Bolt R-Spec, a no-nonsense bobber that delivers style, sound, and custom-ready potential straight from the showroom. Its air-cooled V-twin punches out 65 horsepower and 59 pound-feet of torque from 942 cubic centimeters, giving it the grunt to match its attitude. A single-disc brake front and rear ensures predictable stopping, while conventional forks and piggyback rear shocks provide firm, responsive ride quality. With a wet weight of 542 pounds and a low 27.2-inch seat height, it's accessible without feeling small. Best of all, it starts at just under $9,000. The Bolt R-Spec silhouette is unmistakably bobber-inspired. Its short wheelbase, cut-down fenders, and mid-mounted controls give it a compact and aggressive look without feeling overstyled. Drag-style handlebars and a solo seat reinforce the stripped urban attitude. There is no excess chrome or added flair, just a clean frame that highlights the engine and tank. The result is a cruiser that feels substantial without looking bloated and agile without feeling undersized. Performance on the Bolt R-Spec is focused on responsive street riding. Throttle delivery is crisp and the torquey curve builds early, making low-speed maneuvers and urban cruising both intuitive and enjoyable. The bike pulls steadily through its range, offering enough power to keep highway speeds comfortable while still feeling lively around town. Though not built for high-end speed runs, it delivers a satisfying ride rooted in mechanical simplicity and torque-first engagement. Handling is one of the Bolt's most appealing features. The lower weight and central mass give it nimble steering inputs, making it easier to weave through traffic or take tighter corners with confidence. This is especially valuable for riders who might find larger cruisers cumbersome in stop-and-go situations. The piggyback shocks add stiffness and control without punishing the rider, balancing aesthetics with functional upgrade. The seat, though minimalist, is padded enough for day-to-day rides without discomfort. The braking system is equally direct. Both front and rear discs provide enough bite for confident stopping without the need for high-end electronics or link systems. The lack of advanced rider aids reinforces the Bolt's identity as a pure analog riding experience. This bike is made to be ridden, not tuned through menus or switched between modes. Fit and finish remain high points for the Bolt R-Spec. Paint quality, welds, and material selection feel thoughtful, especially given its price point. Maintenance access is straightforward, and the platform has earned a reputation for reliability across multiple riding seasons. For many riders, especially those who may have started on smaller displacement machines, the Bolt represents an ideal next step. A bike with muscle, style, and control without excess complexity or cost. While some cruisers aim for long-haul luxury or extreme performance, the Bolt R-Spec targets the middle ground, real-world usability with unmistakable style. It appeals to riders who want to keep things simple, stay light on their feet, and look good doing it. The next entry in this countdown takes a different approach entirely, combining wind protection, high storage capacity, and true touring comfort built for riders who measure journeys in hundreds of miles. By the way, everything we ride with, from gloves to gear, is linked in the description. Reliable stuff that actually works? Check it out. Number 5. Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager. Built to cross time zones, not just city blocks, the Vulcan 1700 Voyager is Kawasaki's answer to long-haul luxury without the premium price. With full touring amenities, a commanding presence, and the torque to carry 2 riders and a week's worth of gear. This machine was made for the open road. At its heart is a liquid-cooled V-twin producing 76 horsepower and 107 pound-feet of torque from a 1700 cubic centimeters. Stopping power comes from dual front discs with 4 piston calipers and a single rear disc, all managed by a refined anti-lock braking system. Suspension includes a 43-inch front fork and dual air-assisted rear shocks for stability and comfort under load. Weighing 900 pounds wet with a seat height of 28.7 inches, it strikes a confident but manageable profile. Prices start around $15,000, thousands less than its big-name touring rivals. The design language of the Voyager clearly prioritizes wind protection and aerodynamic stability. Its frame-mounted front fairing reduces head buffeting at highway speeds, while the integrated hard saddlebags and top trunk provide ample storage for extended trips. Unlike cruisers with handlebar-mounted windshields, the Voyager's fairing remains steady in the wind, giving the rider a more relaxed grip and predictable feedback through the bars. The electronically adjustable windshield allows for mid-ride airflow tuning, something rarely found outside premium-class touring machines. Passenger comfort is equally emphasized. The rear seat is wide and supportive, with built-in backrest options and full passenger floorboards. The rider benefits from wide, swept-back bars and a touring saddle designed for long-haul ergonomics. Together, the layout minimizes fatigue and promotes a comfortable posture over hundreds of miles. On the highway, the Voyager performs with confidence. The V-twin engine delivers torque low in the rev range, providing strong acceleration even under full load. This makes overtaking and hill climbs feel effortless, especially when riding two-up with luggage. The 6-speed transmission shifts smoothly, and the overdrive 6th gear helps reduce engine vibration and fuel consumption at interstate cruising speeds. Handling, while understandably more deliberate due to its size, remains composed. The well-balanced chassis and firm suspension geometry provide stability through wide sweepers and consistent braking performance, even when descending with a full touring payload. The anti-lock braking system adds an extra layer of security, ensuring consistent stopping power regardless of surface conditions. Unlike many large touring models that demand premium fuel and frequent dealer service, the Voyager maintains Kawasaki's reputation for long-term reliability and ease of maintenance. The belt final drive is both quiet and low maintenance, and service intervals are rider-friendly, important factors for those planning serious mileage. The Vulcan 1700 Voyager succeeds not by trying to outflash competitors, but by delivering practical touring essentials at a price point that makes sense. It offers real-world capability, highway endurance, and comfort for two, all without the financial strain of more expensive full-dress options. The next motorcycle in this countdown steps away from touring mass and focuses instead on stripped-back lines, lighter weight, and the kind of custom look that turns heads on every street corner. Number 4. Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Custom. Chopper style without the hassle. That's what the Vulcan 900 Custom brings to the table. With its long, low profile and minimalist attitude, it captures the spirit of a stretched-out cruiser while retaining the practicality of modern engineering. Power comes from a liquid-cooled V-twin producing 50 horsepower and 58 pound-feet of torque from 900 cubic centimeters. Stopping is handled by a single front disc and single rear disc, while suspension includes a telescopic front fork and a rear monoshock with 7-position preload adjustment. Weighing in at 610 pounds wet and sitting just 27 inches off the ground, it's approachable, comfortable, and visually commanding. With a starting price just under $10,000, it's a custom-inspired machine that makes sense in the real world. The Vulcan 900 Custom makes a strong visual impression. From its 21-inch front wheel to the sleek, raked-out front end and sculpted rear fender, every line emphasizes length and flow. The low-profile headlamps, slash-cut mufflers, and minimal use of chrome give it a contemporary edge, while the overall stance recalls the stripped-down customs of the past. The wide, flat handlebars and low seat complete the profile, reinforcing its focus on style without appearing overly flashy or theatrical. What sets this cruiser apart is its rideability. Despite its long frame and stretched look, the Vulcan 900 Custom remains easy to handle thanks to its relatively low weight and balanced chassis. The engine delivers a broad torque curve that pulls confidently from a stop and maintains steady performance through every gear. Its liquid cooling system keeps heat manageable even during slow traffic or extended rides, a feature that helps reduce fatigue in real-world conditions. The belt final drive is another rider-focused touch. It operates quietly, requires less maintenance than a traditional chain setup, and aligns with the low-fuss philosophy behind the entire platform. Combined with fuel injection and reliable cold start capability, the overall mechanical package offers years of dependable service with minimal attention. In motion, the Vulcan 900 Custom feels stable and predictable. Its suspension is tuned more for comfort than performance, soaking up uneven pavement and maintaining a composed ride even on longer runs. The seat is padded and contoured, offering adequate support without sacrificing style. While not a touring seat by design, it remains comfortable for day rides and occasional weekend outings. The foot controls are forward-mounted, placing the rider in a stretched position that enhances the chopper vibe without being uncomfortable. Stopping power from the single-disc front and rear brakes is appropriate for the bike's weight and performance profile. Though it lacks high-end rider aids, the braking system delivers progressive feel and reliable control. For experienced riders, the simplicity is welcome. For newer riders, it keeps the learning curve low. From a cost of ownership standpoint, the Vulcan 900 Custom maintains its appeal through consistent reliability, affordable maintenance, and broad parts availability. Kawasaki's reputation for build quality and customer support continues to make this model a solid long-term investment. The next motorcycle in this countdown takes a dramatic turn, combining electronic ride modes, touring-grade refinement, and even an optional automatic transmission to redefine what a modern cruiser can be. Number 3. Honda Rebel 1100. If you want cruiser style without sacrificing modern technology or agility, the Rebel 1100 offers a compelling blend of performance, control, and customization. It is one of the few cruisers designed to bridge the gap between traditional torque-heavy machines and lightweight sport tourers, making it an ideal choice for riders who want more than just relaxed Sunday rides. The Rebel 1100 is powered by a liquid-cooled parallel twin engine that produces 86 horsepower, displaces 1,084 cubic centimeters, and delivers 72 pound-feet of torque. Braking is managed by a single large front disc with a radial mount 4-piston caliper and a rear disc, both supported by a standard anti-lock braking system. Suspension includes a premium 43-inch inverted front fork and dual rear shocks with piggyback reservoirs. The bike has a wet weight of 487 pounds, a seat height of 27.5 inches, and a starting price just under $10,000. The frame and overall design reflect Honda's focus on performance without intimidation. The bike's low center of gravity and compact dimensions make it easy to maneuver in urban settings, while the powerful engine and stable suspension allow for serious freeway miles. Unlike traditional cruisers that lean into bulk, the Rebel prioritizes dynamic feel and minimal physical strain. Where the Rebel truly separates itself from the pack is in its electronics. Riders can choose between 3 ride modes: Sport, Standard, and Rain, each adjusting throttle response, engine braking, and traction control. These modes allow the bike to adapt to a wide range of conditions and rider preferences. Whether you're looking for full throttle responsiveness or smoother engagement on slick roads, the Rebel adapts instantly without requiring any manual adjustments. An available dual-clutch transmission further enhances its versatility. This system eliminates the need for clutch and gear changes altogether, making the bike approachable for new riders or those who prefer twist-and-go simplicity. The transmission can also be run in manual mode using paddle shifters for riders who want more control. For purists, a 6-speed manual version is also available, giving buyers the flexibility to match the machine to their riding style. The seat is low, flat, and well cushioned, providing excellent support for longer rides while remaining approachable for shorter riders. Foot controls are mid-mounted, offering a neutral riding position that avoids the fatigue common in more aggressive cruiser stances. Wide handlebars add leverage without forcing an exaggerated reach, and the cockpit remains clean and functional. Despite its lightweight build, the Rebel 1100 holds up well at highway speeds. The frame's rigidity and the suspension's tuning create a planted feel in corners, with excellent feedback and minimal chassis flex. The engine's power band is broad and usable, offering strong pull from low in the rev range and enough top end to make it a confident freeway companion. Even under load, the bike feels composed and responsive. Braking performance is strong and predictable. The anti-lock braking system ensures confidence in panic stops or on wet roads, while the large front rotor offers solid stopping power without diving excessively. The overall brake feel is progressive, providing excellent feedback to the rider with minimal hand pressure. This is a machine for the rider who wants a full-featured experience without stepping into the touring or heavyweight class. It is light, fast, refined, and flexible. A cruiser for the modern age without compromise. The next bike in this countdown leaves refinement behind in favor of raw output, straight-line domination, and muscle bike heritage built to push boundaries. Number 2. Yamaha VMAX. Raw acceleration and unapologetic power define the VMAX, a machine built not for tradition but for domination. This is the cruiser for those who care less about heritage and more about hitting triple digits before most bikes reach second gear. Beneath its aggressive lines sits a liquid-cooled V4 engine producing 170 horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque from 1,679 cubic centimeters. Dual front discs with radially mounted 6-piston calipers and a rear disc, all paired with an advanced anti-lock braking system, ensure it stops as hard as it launches. Suspension includes a fully adjustable 42-inch inverted front fork and a fully adjustable rear monoshock, giving it superbike control in a cruiser form. With a wet weight of 683 pounds and a 30-inch seat height, the V-Max balances muscle with manageability. Prices start below $15,000, yet nothing else at that price delivers this kind of ferocity. The engine alone sets the V-Max apart. The V4 configuration produces a distinct sound and delivers its torque with urgency, launching the bike from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. That kind of acceleration places it squarely in sport bike territory, yet the bike retains a cruiser profile and seating position. This combination makes the V-Max not only fast in a straight line, but also surprisingly manageable during spirited riding. Its chassis and frame geometry are tuned to handle the immense power without losing rider control. The aluminum frame and low center of gravity provide solid footing during acceleration, cornering, and braking. This is not a lightweight bike by any means, but its weight distribution and structural integrity give it composure and stability where lesser cruisers might struggle. The rider benefits from precise steering inputs and a confident lean angle that allows for aggressive cornering without the wobble or drift found in softer, flex-prone frames. The V-Max does not aim to be a long-distance touring machine. Instead, it is built for short, intense rides that deliver maximum excitement. The seat is contoured for support under acceleration, and the slightly forward-leaning riding position gives the rider better engagement with the chassis during aggressive throttle input. The overall ergonomics favor performance, but they remain accessible enough for medium-length rides without inducing excessive fatigue. Braking is another high point. The large dual front rotors and 6-piston calipers offer superb bite and modulation, giving the rider full confidence to rein in the bike's power. The anti-lock braking system enhances safety without becoming intrusive, particularly during hard stops or emergency maneuvers. Rear braking is equally effective, offering balance and stability when slowing from speed. The suspension package is tuned for stiffness and feedback. The front fork and rear shock are both fully adjustable, allowing the rider to tailor the ride to personal preference or road conditions. This is especially useful when transitioning between urban streets, backroad sweepers, and straight-line highway runs. The V-Max exists in a category of its own. It is not quite a cruiser, not quite a sport bike, and not something most manufacturers are willing to build. It is raw, powerful, and engineered for those who want to challenge the limits of a cruiser frame. It may not appeal to everyone, but for those who want visceral performance with real-world control, it remains one of the most thrilling motorcycles ever produced. The next and final bike in this countdown shifts gears entirely, focusing on simplicity, comfort, and dependability in a package that delivers everyday cruiser satisfaction without the weight or the complexity. Before we dive into the next bike, make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying the content so far. Got any favorite bikes from this list? Drop a comment and let us know. Number 1. Suzuki Boulevard C50. Nothing about the Boulevard C50 is loud or showy, yet it consistently earns loyalty from riders who know what matters most. It delivers the stance, sound, and feel of a classic cruiser without the mechanical baggage or steep price tag that often comes with it. The Boulevard C50 is powered by a liquid-cooled V-twin engine that produces 53 horsepower, displaces 805 cubic centimeters, and delivers 53 pound-feet of torque. Braking is managed by a single front disc and a rear drum. Suspension consists of a telescopic front fork and a rear link-type system with a hidden monoshock. The wet weight is 611 pounds, seat height stands at 27.6 inches, and the starting price comes in just under $11,000. This bike stands out by staying simple. The shaft drive system is a major advantage, offering quiet, low-maintenance operation that outperforms belt or chain setups over time. There's no adjusting, no lubricating, just direct, dependable power transfer to the rear wheel. Combined with fuel injection and reliable cold starts, the overall mechanical package is built to run without complaint. The layout is all cruiser. Wide bars and forward-mounted foot controls create a relaxed posture, while the deep, well-cushioned seat provides ample support on longer rides. It accommodates two-up travel with ease, thanks to a stable chassis and a generous passenger pillion. The bike feels grounded, especially at low speeds, and its neutral steering and low center of gravity make it easy to maneuver through parking lots or sweep confidently through corners. Throttle response is gentle but consistent. This is not a bike built to dominate the left lane. It's designed to make every mile smooth and enjoyable. The torque is available early in the rev range, helping the bike pull through traffic without effort. It settles into a steady rhythm on the highway and remains quiet and composed at cruising speeds. Suspension tuning leans heavily into comfort. The telescopic front fork soaks up everyday road imperfections, while the rear link-type setup keeps things level without sacrificing ride quality. Even over rough pavement or longer routes, the C50 holds its composure. There's no need to dial in electronic modes or navigate ride settings. It simply works. Braking performance is modest but reliable. The front disc offers solid initial bite, while the rear drum is simple, effective, and easy to maintain. This combination might seem dated on paper, but in practice, it provides a level of control well matched to the bike's weight and intended use. Everything about the braking system aligns with the C50's low-fuss design philosophy. Styling draws from the golden age of American cruisers without being overdone. The chrome trim, teardrop tank, and flowing fenders speak to tradition, while the proportions remain practical and grounded. There's enough shine to catch the light, but not so much that it demands constant polishing. It looks at home at a rally or parked at a roadside diner, offering a familiar presence that ages well. Ownership is where the C50 quietly outpaces much of the competition. Maintenance is straightforward, parts availability is strong, and long-term reliability is a hallmark of the platform. It doesn't require deep pockets or a dedicated garage to keep it running well, just fuel, basic care, and a place to ride. That's it for today's list of the best bikes that are crushing Harley at half the price. If you learned something new, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and of course, subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.